How's it going? Welcome to the Startup Business tutorial for the state of Ohio. In this main video here, we're just going to go over a few of the functions that are available on the Secretary of State website. We've gone over the majority of them and given a tutorial for each, and those are all accessible on this main page here. Some functions you can do using their websites. You can do it online. If you're planning on filing, say, a foreign business, you're going to have to do that with a PDF and send that once printed off through the mail. So let's get started here. We cover corporations, limited liability companies, and partnerships in our tutorials. Any other variation on that? Any other variation on that will be you're going to have to go to the Secretary of State website. But if you click on each one of these, you'll get a more detailed tutorial on each one of those entities. After that, we have search for a name. So whenever a business is registering with the Secretary of State, they have to do so with a completely unique name to their entity. So in order to do that, we perform a business entity search. That'll help you establish whether or not your name for your company is indeed unique. Also, if you're planning on filing online, which we highly recommend, should you be able to do so, you're going to need to create an online account with the Secretary of State website. You're going to find a full tutorial for that here. It's really straightforward. It takes about a minute, not even. It's 3 different steps. That's all there is to that. So how does one register their business? This is sort of a general overview. Again, click on our tutorials. So you're going to learn a whole lot more. But for now, we'll just say that you're going to start with a business entity search. That's always the case. Unless, of course, you're filing online, in which case you've sort of incorporated that into your filing already, but you can tell that it's important or else I wouldn't have done it. So if you're filing by PDF, perform a business entity search, and if you want, you can reserve your name. Now, in Ohio, it lasts for 180 days, costs $39. So, pretty standard pricing, pretty standard period of time. And it, of course, just puts a hold on your name, as one would assume. Now, after your name's been secured, you can go ahead and log into your account with the Ohio Business Central portal, or you can, if you're going to do this, we download the PDF. We have all the different instructions here for all these businesses. Once your forms have been filled out, you're going to be able to send them into the Secretary of State by mail or online with a filing fee of $99. It seems to be applicable throughout Ohio. The only exception to that would be if you're a domestic corporation and you're issuing stock. Your price of your corporate filing will be dependent on the amount of stock you have. And if you plan on expediting your filing, there's 3 different levels of expedition, and it'll cost $100, $200, or $300. If you plan on doing that, you're going to need to mail your filing package to this address. If you plan on just having it, filed with standard processing, you can do this one here. As we already went over name reservations, so I won't do that now, but there is a link for the tutorial there. Certificate of good standing. This is just like it is in any other state. Sometimes you'll see it as certificate of existence or certificate of status, sometimes of fact. It's pretty much just proving that your business is legitimate, that they're up to date with all filings, and that they exist, right? It's just recognition from the Secretary of State that you are lawful. So you can use that to expand your business to other territories, or to apply for, say, a loan, get financing. Often they'll ask for a certificate of good standing. It's really easy. You can do it online, and you can learn about it through this tutorial here. Agreements. On every LLC, partnership, or corporation page, we go over these 3 agreements. Of course, each one is respective to their entity type, but for the most part, these agreements just relay the relationship of the employees and the members of the entity with the entity itself and to each other. So that's pretty much just dictating the roles and the responsibilities of each company official. Also, it'll relay all logistical and financial provisions. So if you click on each one of these, you'll get a much better explanation than what I just gave. And you're also going to get a free template in Adobe PDF and Microsoft Word should you choose to use it. Finally, employer identification numbers. This is valid across the United States. If you plan on hiring employees and you're a tax-paying entity, which is the majority of you, I assume, you're going to need to apply for an employer identification number. It's free. It's from the IRS website. You can also apply through this form here. If you're wondering how to do it, we got a tutorial set up here for you. I hope that was helpful to you guys. Best of luck in your filing.